Shalom. We want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai. We give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that feed us with knowledge and understanding, and much love to the elect men that have set up on the four corners of the planet Earth through faith to help seal the elect that the Lord brings in. We're at the time of the end and almost home, and the Most High is acting, and he's coming. He's sending His Son back to come and take us from this captivity, this hardship that we're in. All right, this lesson is going to be the elder asked for a response to the Acts 15, and this video is going to be going in on that. So Lord willing, that this video help edify you brothers, and you learned something, as did I myself. You know, just going into, that's why it says study to show thyself approved. When you go in and you study and you look at these different words and these different things, the Bible starts to pop out at you. You start to almost put yourself in a situation. You can see the council, you can hear James talking, you know, and then you go and you look into you look into the words and the understanding, and you can see different things, okay? That's why we have to pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and thank Him for giving us this spirit and to help us go through this word and to discern it right. That's why He set up elders and men to teach us. So now we're going to start at Acts 15, and we'll start at 6. And it says, and the apostles and elders came together for to consider of this matter. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, Men and brethren, ye know that a good while ago Yahweh made choice among us that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the words of the gospel and believe. And that was who? Cornelius, okay? I started reading from here because it's going to give you an understanding of it. Who are the Gentiles that the Most High sent Peter to? Okay? That was sent into Cornelius. And we know Cornelius to be an Israelite. Okay? We know him to be an Israelite, and he was in a Gentile state of mind, but then he was converted into an Israelite. But he was always an Israelite, but he was, how you say, a part of another people, or he was living in another people's land. Okay? So Cornelius was an Israelite who the Most High set Peter up to go to. That's why the vision of the sheep came down, and it had all the different manner of unclean things on there. Because to the Israelites that looked at the Gentiles, they were unclean. They were as heathens. They were as Gentiles. They were pretty much cast away. That's why the Lord said, call not filthy with the Most High is clean. I'm just paraphrasing it, but let's keep going. And it says, and when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, Men and brethren, ye know that a while ago the Most High had choice among us, that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the words of the gospel and believe. And the Most High, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Ghost, even as He did unto us. Okay? And what's a backing up for this? Let me get this verse. Just to prove that Cornelius could not have been what you call a heathen. Alright, let's get this real quick. This is the book of Daniel's. We'll go, actually, slide it. We'll do this. And it says, this is Daniel's 12 and verse 10. It says, many shall be purified and made white Let's go up a little bit. Go up just a little bit. Verse 7, it says, And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a times and a half, and when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O Lord, what shall be the ending of these things? And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. And that goes into when you read the book of Revelations, when you read when the lamb that was slain, he took the book, and what was on the book was seals, 7 seals, which the elders have broke down. 7 is completion. It was completely sealed. And you hear this, it says the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. So what Yahushua went up there and unsealed it, because now we're living in the time of the end, and we're receiving the words. Now let's keep going. It says, Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. This goes back to my point. When Peter was sent unto Cornelius, Cornelius' whole household understood and accepted it, because the salvation was brought unto Cornelius' household. So you see that none of the wicked will understand. So there's no way that Cornelius was a part of the wicked. And we know the wicked to be Esau, Edom. Okay? And we can tie that into these other nations because they're wicked. They're to the point of they're not going to understand this because they're not chosen, and they're not of the chosen line. Let's keep going. And it says, verse 8, And the Most High, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Ghost, even as he did unto us, and put no difference between us and them, purifying their hearts by faith. Now therefore, why tempt ye the Most High to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear? For we believe that through grace of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, we shall be saved, even as they. Then the multitude kept silence and gave audience to Barnabas and Paul, declaring what miracles and wonders the Most High had wrought among the Gentiles by them. Now let me jump down to verse 13. And after they had held their peace, James answered, saying, Men and brethren, hearken unto me. Simon, which has declared how the Most High at the first did visit the Gentiles. Now if we click here, and we click on Gentiles, we have multitude, whether of men or beasts, associated of living together, a company, troop, swarm, a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genius, the human family, a tribe, nation, people, group, into foreign nation, not worshiping the true power, pagans, Gentiles. Paul used the term of Gentiles. These Gentiles are Israelites. Okay, the definition or the word that should be there should be mean for Gentiles, as in Israelite foreigners. Okay, it's not speaking of actual heathens. These Gentiles shouldn't be heathens included. Okay, because the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, sent Peter unto an Israelite that was in a Gentile state of mind, but was converted and was healed through the faith. Okay, so and it says to take out of them a people for his name. Okay, and that people was Israel, but those people were in a lost state of mind and was following after other gods and other ways. Okay, and it says, and to this agree the words of the prophet, as it is written, after this will I return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, And this right here, let me finish. That the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, who doeth all these things. But these Gentiles here are Israelites, okay? Because you have the true fulfillment of this now in the days that we're living. The Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David, He's raising up the tabernacle of David now, okay? But then now let's jump over to Amos. Let's get this clicked off. Let's read Amos 11, and it says, "And in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and closed up the breaches thereof, and will rise up the ruins, and will raise up the ruins, and will build it as the days of old." Now let's go and look into this. Okay, that word tabernacle, and I read this while doing my research. Ticket, covert, booth, ticket, booth, rude or temporary shelter. So it didn't say house, it didn't define it as a house, it was defined it as a booth. Okay, because a booth is like a tent. The tents of David, okay, was falling down. That was his house, those were his kingdom, or his rulership. Let's keep going. Hold on. And it says, "And in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and closed up, is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and will rise it up as rise, and it will rise up this his ruins, and will build it as the days of old." That day, who is they? Who is they? The tabernacle of David, the elect, okay, the 144,000 of 130 Yasharallah, okay, that's the day that this is speaking of. That day may possess the remnant of Edom, okay. If we go back to this map, this is a map of King David's kingdom. You can Google it. Now there's something real important you want to look here. What was King David's kingdom encompassing? The land of Edom, because you have Basra right here, and I have another map. Okay, and then we'll go down here to the land of Edom. What do we see? You see, this land was encompassed under the rulership of King David. You have the Edomites, and then what do you have next? The Moabites, the Ammonites, Ammon, Aram, okay. We zoom back out. Go back to this map. But the kingdom of David encompassed the land of Edom. Let's go back and read this. And it says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathens which are called by my name, saith the Lord that does this. Now if we look here, these heathens are Goyim, actual heathens. See, let's click on Goyim, nations, people, nations, usually of non-Hebrew people, of descendants of Abraham, of Israel, a swarm of locusts, but usually of non-Hebrew people. Goyim, actual heathens, okay? But this, in Acts 15, we go back to Acts 15, this was speaking about the Gentiles. Let's click out of it. And it says that the residue of men might seek after the Lord. When this is speaking about the Israelite foreigners that was going to come back into the fold, and that was going to be, how you say, be believed by faith, because it started with Cornelius, and then it fell into Paul's lap to finish the course. And that's why he was declaring the things that was being done unto the Gentiles. Okay, so it wasn't the fulfillment of Amos. Because if you read Amos, let's read it again. It says, and in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and will rise up the ruins, and will build it as in the days of old. Okay, so when this is speaking of, it's speaking of raising up the Israelites and raising up the tabernacle of David that goes back to his kingdom and his rulership. That's what it's speaking of. Read it again. And in that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and will build it as in the days of old. That they, the remnant, the tabernacle of David, the Israelites, that they may possess the remnant of Edom. Edom is their land. We're also going to have Edomites, but we're going to possess their land. Because if we go back to the map of David, the kingdom of David and Solomon, Edom was included in that. Their land was included into the rulership of King David. So we're going to get that back. And will behold, the days cometh, Salakia, that day, verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathens which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. And if you look on the map, we have different other people's land that we're going to possess again. Moabites, Ammonites, okay, so there's going to be more land included in that. That's it on that. So read this back in Acts. And it says, Acts 15 and verse 15, and to this agree the words of the prophet, as it is written, after this will I return, and will build again the tabernacle of David which is fallen down, and will build again the ruins thereof, and will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and the Gentiles, and upon whom my name is called, saith the Lord, who doeth all these things. So this was not the fulfillment of Amos. Okay? It's not the fulfillment of Amos, because we're going to fulfill the time of Amos when we're delivered. Because when the Lord delivers the 144,000 and the 130 Yasharallah, they're going to go and clean up the world, grab up the elites, okay, and the land of Edom, which was had in possession under David's rulership, is going to be had again. Okay, the land of Edom. Okay, so I hope you brothers were edified, and to say this was not the fulfillment of it, okay, because we're coming to that time now. When this is speaking of Acts 15, that was speaking about the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners. But when we come and we possess in Amos 9, those remnant will actually be heathens, and will have their land. Okay, and all of the heathens that are remaining is going to be under slavery, just like they was in the time of King David and Solomon. Alright, with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. And I hope you brothers were edified through the best of my ability. I hope you brothers see it, man. Okay? And that's why we have to go into the words and understanding. It's a beautiful thing, because then the Bible starts it starts living and breathing, man. Okay? Alright, so with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Much love to you brothers. Keep faith. Shalom.